Well, hello there, wrestling fam, and welcome back to the Wrestling Heat, and I hope you've been having a good weekend. And also, wrestling fam, you should already know I got some of that hot and fresh wrestling news baking up for you in the oven right now as we speak. So with that being said, here's some of the wrestling news that I got just for you. I got a new inductee into the Hall of Fame and a whole bunch more. So let's get into this video in about 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. And alright, wrestling fan, the very first piece of wrestling news that I'm serving up just for you is about a legend that came out of retirement, and the legend that I'm talking about is Shawn Michaels. Y'all remember when he came out of retirement back in 2018 for Crown Jewel, the whole match with DX versus the Brothers of Destruction. And if you remember, that match wasn't all so good, and it was pretty bad. A whole bunch of botches. Shawn Michaels landed on his face. It wasn't good. But he was asked if there was any regrets on coming out of retirement. And he said the only regret that he had was having that match because it was bad, and pretty much I believe he just did it for the money. What do y'all think? Y'all think that was a big no with that Saudi Arabia match? Some of y'all might have liked it, but it wasn't my cup of tea. What do y'all think? Let me know down below. Do you think he should regret that match? I think he should just regret it just a little bit. But with that being said, we're moving on to the WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2021. And the new inductee, drum roll, it is Eric Bischoff, the man with the widest smile that I've ever seen. But yeah, welcome to the class of the Hall of Fame of 2021. I do believe he is hell of excited. I've seen some of his tweets talking about how he feels honored to be, mentioned in the same names of like the Giant, all the greats, before that are in the Hall of Fame right now. And I gotta say, good on you, Eric Bischoff. I wonder who's gonna induct him. Maybe Stephanie McMahon and Eric Bischoff puts on the rubber Vince McMahon match, and then they have the replica thing that happened many moons ago where they locked lips, and very awkward moment. But yeah, welcome to the class of WWE Hall of Fame of 2021, Eric Bischoff. You deserve it, and you have one hell of a smile. So going on from that piece of news onto the next piece of news. This one isn't really like news. This is just AEW's. I mean, it was big news on the actual world news that happened with the 6 Asian girls. I think it was 6 Asian girls that were, unfortunately shot, and they were saying that it was a hate crime. But with what I'm going with that is about AEW's Hikaru Shida speaks up about hashtag Asian hate. Stop the Asian hate. And I gotta say, I'm right behind your girl on your message. If you want to hear it, either go to YouTube or go to her Twitter account. Beautiful message. Me, I'm right behind you. I wish there was no racism in the world. I wish we could just get together, smoke a fatty, and everybody just have a good time, eat, have the munchies, and just have a good time. Me, that's just me. Wish everybody would just stop all the BS and just love your damn neighbor. But me, I'm right behind you. Shida, I believe she is the women's champion over in AEW as well. And I gotta say, I'm with the hashtag Stop the Asian Hate, Stop Racism. That's what I'm with. That's what I'm down for. Stop racism. 2021 commence now. But yeah, beautiful message. Go look at her Twitter or YouTube. That's where you can find it. So going on from stop racism, stop the hate on Asians, stop the hate on everybody, and let's just have a good old time, people. Why not? Haven't we seen enough war and enough hate over the past stints of however long human beings have actually been alive for? I don't know. Maybe this is me. But going on from that, ladies and gentlemen, going on to Triple H says Eric Bischoff helped create some of the biggest characters in pro wrestling. And I gotta say, he's right. You know, he's created some big names, even though some of them came from WWF/WWE, like Kevin Nash and hey yo, say hello to the bad guy. Y'all know what I mean. You know, they came in, they did the NWO thing and came bigger than what they were over in WWF. Same thing with, you know, Goldberg. Look at Goldberg. He was a real big name in WCW, but whenever he whenever he got to WWE, they didn't really treat him so well. But I gotta say, with Triple H, I do gotta agree with Eric Bischoff, helped create some of the biggest names in wrestling that might still be wrestling, it might not be wrestling. I gotta agree with that. Let me know if you agree with me and Triple H down below in the chat room. So going on from that and some more Triple H news. This one, if you're watching my Periscope channel, I told y'all that Triple H is pretty much in quarantine after the outbreak of COVID-19 in NXT, and it looks like since Triple H was secretly being quarantined, it looks like Shawn Michaels and Road Dogg ran NXT on the 17th, 2021. And I gotta say, they did a pretty good job running it, and some matches changed, but hey, card subject to change. We got this virus still running amok, and WrestleMania right around the corner. Scary thoughts. But you know, the vaccine's out there. I mean, the numbers are diving down a little bit, but we just recently had a breakout over here in Florida and Miami. But yeah, they ran the show, Shawn Michaels and the Road Dogg, Jesse James. God, who would ever thought that the Triple H, Shawn Michaels, DX, you know, they were fighting to shut the system down, and here they are many moons later running the ship. I find that pretty funny. But going on from the second to last piece of news that I got for you, this one has to deal with WrestleMania and something you might want to, you know, check out. It says WWE issues COVID-19 liability waivers for fans that attend WrestleMania 37, saying if you get COVID-19, they cannot be blamed for it. And if you are trying to get any tickets, you might want to buy them now, because a lot of sections are already sold out. I believe they're only allowed to have 35,000 people, which they were allowed to have 45,000. Now they're allowed 35. That's the reason why tickets were put on hold for a little while. But yeah, it looks like you might have to sign a liability waiver. So if you get COVID-19, you can't blame WWE for that. And I gotta say, WWE, that's a little sketch. It's a little sketch, WWE. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about that. Having to sign a waiver on your life, pretty much. But going on to the very last thing that I have for you, and it's a little bit of a shock, but if y'all looked at the WrestleMania poster when they first promoted it, it had Charlotte Flair and some others, Roman Reigns, Bianca, Sasha. But if you look at the new one, Charlotte has been taken off that. And there is a big, rumor out there saying that she has been pulled from WrestleMania 37. And also, it looks like she just landed a role in the remake of Walking Tall. So that could be one of the reasons, or another one of the reasons could be the whole, her fiance not being being on television and him taking down all references of WWE off his page on Twitter. I seen it. I forgot to get a screenshot of it, but it looks like he is pretty much done in WWE, as well as probably Aleister Black as well. I mean, crying out loud, it's going on 6 months, and we haven't seen either of them. But, yeah, that's a bit of a shocker. Charlotte Flair could be pulled from WrestleMania, either from the new movie role that she just got, or the stuff with Andrade, her future hubby, future baby daddy. But, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Charlotte Flair could be missing WrestleMania. And I gotta say, if that is true, I say Rhea Ripley could be a good, substitution for her. But if y'all heard anything different about Charlotte Flair not being able to go to WrestleMania, let me know down below. And that's pretty much all that I got for you tonight. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, you can slap a like, you can slack a dislike, leave a comment down below on how much I suck, or whatever y'all want to do. And thank you for your watch time. If you come from Periscope, which is ending soon, which is very sad for me. I've been over there for the past 3 years, and it's kind of a bittersweet goodbye. But if you're here from Periscope, I love you. And if you've just been here from YouTube, I love you as well. So from me to y'all, I love you. Thank you for your watch time. Don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive. Miss you, Mr. Suds. And forever and always, keep it just a little bit too sweet, baby. And I am out of here.
Fourth pack is back cause I'm mass destruction.